Welcome to PMCLounge.com. Today we are discussing the control quality process. So this is an overview video of sorts. Let's get into it. So where are we? This process falls in the monitoring and controlling process group under the quality management knowledge area, of course. So this is the PGKA mapping. This is where the process is. This is control quality. This is what we are talking about. By the way, before we move further, if you're into reading articles, first link in the description will take you to a related article over at our official website, pmclounge.com, that will talk about control quality in detail. So if you're into reading, head over. First link in the description is for you. And second link in the description is very, very important because it contains all the videos that we have ever done on quality management knowledge area. So these two processes have already been discussed. Second link in the description, entire playlist, very, very important. Let's move on and discuss control of quality further. Now, as part of quality management, what would your raw wisdom be, right? Quality management, a good assumption would be that the final product of the project is inspected for quality, right? That is something that you may understand from this term control quality. While that is true, it is not enough. So this is something which is not enough. Why? Because there is more to control quality than just inspecting the final product of the project, the final outcome of the project. All deliverables, every deliverable that is produced as part of your project, it must be inspected for quality. And that is where you are talking about control quality. So the earlier you find a defect, the easier and cheaper it is to fix it. Right? We have talked about this earlier as well. Let's say you're constructing a house and you have already laid the flooring part of the house, right? You have already done the flooring, and that's when somebody comes in from quality team and says that the materials used in flooring are not up to the mark. So the earlier you could have found that defect, the easier and cheaper it was to fix it. If you have done flooring for 10 floors, then it is very, very expensive to redo it. If you would have found that on the ground floor itself, it was easier and it was cheaper to fix that defect. So this is why, and mind you, flooring is just one of the deliverable, right? It is just one of the deliverable of the final product of the project, which could be an entire building, right? So that's why when you're inspecting the deliverables, when you're inspecting deliverables and parts that make up the final product of the project, you are in the control quality process. So I hope this example explains you how important this process really is. A quick reminder before we move ahead, if you're looking to clear your PMP exam, we have a free study plan that will help you clear the exam in 50 days. Head over to pmclounge.com/PMP study plan and grab the free plan today. All right, so let's wrap this video up with some more pointers about control quality. So basically in this process, you are measuring the quality of the deliverables to determine if they meet the requirement. So you are basically measuring the quality of the deliverables. In our previous example, you were measuring the quality of the deliverable, which was flooring. So you were basically measuring how good the flooring was, and you were able to determine if that flooring met the requirement. Now this way, when you're doing this measurement, you can assess the performance and recommend necessary change. So in our example, you assessed the performance and you thought that the flooring was not up to the mark, and you suggested a change, and that was to change the flooring for all 10 floors. So if there are issues, which there were in our previous example, and a deliverable doesn't meet the quality requirements, you can recommend it. You can recommend a change, which is what exactly we did in our previous example. Now that way the change can go through change control, the entire change management. I share a link, third link in the description, entire playlist of change management. So when you suggest a change, that change can go through change control and appropriate action can be taken to address quality issues, right? So if you can think through this, you'll be able to understand that this is a good indication that change requests are an output of this process. I hope you were able to make that out. You were able to establish that relationship, especially from the last 2 points that we discussed in this slide. And this is one of the reasons why we don't take up individual inputs, tools and techniques and outputs of every process, because PMP exam is not about learning and knowing the ITTOs, right? PMP exam is learning and knowing what do processes do, what do project management processes stand for, and how they interrelate, right? ITTO is important, but it is not something which you would know and you would be able to clear the PMP exam. That is not the intent of the PMP exam. So I hope that's clear. I hope with this study you were able to establish a relationship and you will be able to think through these processes to understand what could their inputs be, what could their tools and techniques be, and what could their outputs be. That's all that we had on this topic. If you got any value out of this video, do hit the like button. It keeps us motivated. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified whenever we upload new content. And as always, don't forget to check out the website pmclounge.com, your number one free PMP resource. Thank you and have a nice day.